Ever notice how a tiny little trick can make getting dressed each morning feel lighter, more fun, and so much more confident? I've always loved simple fashion hacks, the kind where a small tweak or a thoughtful pairing suddenly makes the whole outfit look different. Today, I'd love to chat with you about those little secrets I like to call, "Why didn't I try this sooner?" These tips have genuinely made choosing outfits each morning feel happier, easier, and a lot more time-saving. Let's start with the first one, a tip that seems small but can completely change the feel of an outfit: choosing your shoe color. It sounds simple, but it's actually one of the factors that most strongly affects the overall silhouette. There are no hard rules here. But if your goal is a harmonious look that feels streamlined and makes your legs appear longer, this is well worth trying. Take a burgundy dress, for example, a color that's very on trend for fall, alluring and elegant, yet a bit tricky when it comes to picking shoes. Our first instinct is often black shoes. That's perfectly fine. But if you want a softer, more continuous line that elongates the figure, try a pair that's close to your skin tone. When the shoe matches your skin, your leg line visually extends right to the tip of your toes. Instead of being cut off abruptly by a black shoe, the whole look feels more cohesive, easier on the eyes, and more natural. Again, it isn't a rule, just a refined option when you want your outfit to look neat and elongated. Another example: when you wear white jeans with a black top, you might instinctively reach for black shoes. But if you swap them for beige or light tan boots, a shade closer to your jeans, the whole outfit clicks together more seamlessly. It's as if the color blocks connect naturally without a stark divide between top and bottom. So when in doubt, remember this simple trick. Choose shoes close to your skin tone or close to the color of your pants. Simple, yet strikingly effective. Now for a tip: petites will adore finding pants that are perfectly full length without any hemming. I call it the alteration saver for shorter girls. Sometimes pants made for average height end up being full length on us. The trick is to look for styles designed to be cropped on taller people. On shorter frames, they become a just right full length. For instance, I have a pair of jeans with a relaxed straight leg. The brand calls them cropped, but at my 1.52 meters, about 5'0" height, they hit right at the ankle, perfect down to the centimeter. If you're around 1.5, 5 meters, choosing an inseam around 26 inches often means no hemming needed. Another pair I love is Ponte Knit Stretchy, soft, with a gentle hold. They're designed as cropped kick flares, but on me, they become full-length pants that look clean, refined, and very flattering. If you want a pair that works for the office and for coffee runs or strolling around town, try this type. Super comfortable, super versatile, and that black jogger set I bought on Amazon is truly a best friend for every occasion. It's labeled a cropped jogger, but at my height it turns into the perfect full-length set, great for home, errands, and travel. It's been 2 years and the set is still going strong. No pilling, no stretching out. Sometimes there really are hero pieces in the closet that you buy once and keep reaching for. Here's another issue I think everyone has faced: sleeves slipping down even after a careful roll, especially with soft fabrics like silk. You fold them up and 10 minutes later, they fall. There's a wonderfully simple trick to keep them in place, and I wish I'd known it earlier. Use small, clear, elastic bands, the kind sold all over Amazon and so inexpensive you'll never run out. The method is easy. Loop the elastic through the buttonhole, then around the button. That's it. Your sleeves stay put, no sliding. If threading the elastic by hand feels fiddly, use a bobby pin to guide it quick and simple. This works especially well for silk shirts, which rarely hold a rolled cuff. I tried it on a white J. Crew button-up that used to slip constantly, and the result was fantastic. Ever since, I hardly ever have to fix my sleeves midday. If you've got the opposite problem, your waistband is a bit loose, and the pants slide slightly as you move, here's a speedy stopgap. Take a small safety pin and fasten it right beside the front hook. You're essentially creating an extra notch to cinch the waist a touch. This is particularly effective on pants with a metal hook and eye closure. I tried it with a linen pair from Gap, beautiful, airy, straight-leg trousers whose waistband kept dropping. One little pin and the issue was solved. It's very handy when you're out and don't have time for a proper alteration. Before we move on, a little question. Have you ever been doing something and a song from years ago suddenly transports you back in time? While getting ready to film this, I had the radio on and a track by The Cure, one of my favorites from my 20s, came on. It carried me back to those autumns when the leaves first began to fall and the air turned crisp. It made me think about what I'll miss about summer and what I'm excited for in the fall. What about you? What will you miss most about summer? And what are you most looking forward to when autumn arrives? For me, I'll miss the simplicity summer is the easiest season to dress for. One dress, a pair of sandals, and you're done. No layers, no boots, or thick socks. Everything feels light and natural. Next is the long shirt-tail dilemma, small, but surprisingly annoying. Especially if you're petite, shirts often run long past the hip. Tuck them fully and they puff, leave them out and they look sloppy. There's a quick fix that looks very natural. First, button your shirt as usual, but leave the last few buttons undone. Then, crisscross the two shirt tails, slip each side into a belt loop or over your waistband, and neatly tuck the ends inside. With a little adjustment, the fabric hugs the waist, looks clean, and even creates a gentle cinching effect. This works wonderfully with high-waisted jeans or straight-leg trousers, keeping the look youthful, energetic, and polished. If you prefer not to tuck at all but still want polish, the key is choosing the right cut. The difference between a shirt that looks great untucked and one that balloons comes down to construction, especially darts, and a bit of stretch. Look for gentle front or side darts and fabrics with slight elasticity. Now, coat's the item we love, but that can throw off proportions if we choose wrong. For those of us on the shorter side, oversized or boyfriend silhouettes can overwhelm. The secret is a cropped jacket, not super short, but in the 48-56 centimeters range, about 19-22 inches. That length hits at the hip, balances your frame, and visually lengthens the legs. I have a cropped jacket around 49 centimeters long, perfectly proportioned. Worn with straight-leg trousers or a one-piece dress, the shoulders sit neatly and the hem skims the hip as if it subtly lifts the upper body. Whether wool, tweed, or denim, the right length instantly elevates your whole silhouette. If you're shopping for a fall blazer or jacket, try these cropped styles. They flatter petite frames and keep outfits looking modern.